What's up, guys? How we doing tonight? This is break number 654 BD. This is a case of Leaf Collective. It's an 8-box break. It is our jumbo boxes. Let's get into it. Man, that was tight. Eight boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes, my friends. Good luck, everybody. $14 cards per box, 8 autos, 6 base cards. Eight autos, 6 base per card per box. Here we go. You finally got one of the breaks, Junior? Nice, buddy. See what we got here. Where's my sweat card? There it is, just in case. There we go. Really? So we should have the 6 base on top. Alright, here we go. Jake Brenningstool. That one is not numbered. Marv Levy. That one is 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. Sorry, that one is numbered. That one's 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Focus. There we go. 2 out of 3. All these cards will be top loaded. Base cards will be top loaded after the break. TJ Finley. 9 out of 10. Brock Vandegrift. 3 out of 5. Jeremiah Hunter. 1 out of 20. Phil Maffa. 6 out of 8. Again, all the base cards will be top loaded after the break. First auto, Cameron Edge. 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6. Next up, we got Nate Frazier. On the green, 4 out of 7. Ricky Collins. Ricky Collins, 1 out of 8. Somebody actually taught him how to sign his autograph, so that's nice to see a real autograph. Justice Ellison. Justice Ellison, 1 out of 20. There's DJ Uagalele. DJ Uagalele, 3 out of 20. Rodney Hill. Rodney Hill on the black shimmer. That is 2 out of 6. 2 out of 6. Two cards to go. We got Daniel Mielke. Daniel Mielke. 6 out of 7. Last card of the first box. Trey Harris III. Trey Harris III, 2 out of 2. 2 out of 2, Trey Harris III. Box number 2. First base card, Moss Hensley. Moss Hensley, that is 6 out of 20. 6 out of 20. Antoine Hill Jr. Antoine Hill Jr., 8 out of 10. Jackson Dart. Coming in on the base, Jackson Dart, 9 out of 20. Antonio Williams. Antonio Williams, 5 out of 8. Gage Lavardane. Gage Lavardane, 9 out of 10. And Amari Niblack. Amari Niblack, 19 out of 20. First auto, Dion Burks. Dion Burks, that is 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. That is Jameson Wang. Jameson Wang, 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8 on Jameson Wang. Dwight Phillips Jr. Dwight Phillips Jr. 7 out of 10. Kyle Monangai. 5 out of 7. Hakeem Williams. 19 out of 20. DeColdest Crawford. 3 out of 5. Now that's a name right there. Mom and Dad were like, what are we going to name you? Well, we want you to be famous. You are DeColdest Elijah Haven. On the high school sensation. And that one is 2 out of 5, 2 out of 6. 2 out of 6. And the last card is Chris Henry Jr. 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2. Well, so far, no repeats. Box number 3. Demond Williams Jr. 18 out of 20. Forgot this is base. We'll do this after. Jonte Cook the second. 2 out of 2. Mason Holtzclaw. 7 out of 20. Here's a nice base card for the Jackson Arnold spot. 12 out of 20. Dwight Phillips Jr. 5 out of 10. And Jabari Mack. Gold. Is that a 1-of-1? It is our first 1-of-1. I will go ahead and do the 1-of-1s. Like I said, they'll all be top loaded after the break, but first autograph, that's Brady Cook. 3 out of 6. Caden Robinson. 9 out of 20. Michael Vick. How about Michael Vick, MV7? For all the veteran buyers out there, 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8, Michael Vick. Andre Green Jr. Andre Green Jr. 3 out of 6. That's Andre Green Jr. Malachi Ziegler. Malachi Ziegler. 8 out of 8. 8 out of 8, Malachi Ziegler. Fields of Fury, that is Ty Felton. Ty Felton, Fields of Fury. That one is 11 out of 15. 11 out of 15. Dillon Gabriel, the newest Cleveland Brown quarterback. 10 out of 20. 10 out of 20 on the Dillon Gabriel in his Oregon uniform. Last card of box number 3. That is Shedeur Sanders on the Pixel Bowl 89. Shedeur Sanders, 10 out of 10 on the bookend. Nice hit for the Shedeur Sanders spot. Box number 4. Was that you, Junior? Shedeur? Yeah, that was pretty nice, Michael Vick. Blah. You're so funny, dude. You had the Dillon Gabriel? Nice, Junior. Nice. Are you kidding me right now? Okay. Any Lacey? Not that I remember yet. Deshaun Rideau. Deshaun Rideau. That is 3 out of 5. Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome. 6 out of 8. Chris Henry. Chris Henry, 13 out of 20. Trey Benson. Trey Benson. That one is 16 out of 20. Jerome Miles. Jerome Miles Gold. Is that a 101? It is. Jerome Miles Gold 101. No Manziels yet. Braden Fowler Nicolosi. Nicolosi. That is 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. Again, like I said, guys, I'll get the base cards top loaded after the break because they're all numbered. To the autos. First auto. Ellis Robinson IV. Ellis Robinson IV. This one is 2 out of 2. How about Chuck Foreman of the Minnesota Vikings, Hall of Famer? Chuck Foreman, 7 out of 7 on the Hall of Famer. Caleb Burton III. Caleb Burton, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. A.J. Duffy. A.J. Duffy, 5 out of 6. Noah Fifetta. Noah Fifetta, 2 out of 3. Arizona boy. Michael Hawkins Jr. Michael Hawkins Jr., 7 out of 7. Avery Johnson, Kansas State, I believe this kid was at quarterback at. 6 out of 20. Avery Johnson, 6 of 20. And the next card has got me kind of a little bit perplexed. Let's see what we got here. Pro Set Prospects, Cam Ward. But that's not all. On the back is Jackson Dart. 3 out of 5. Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, double auto. This will be random off to both spots at the end of the break. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, double auto. Nice hit. Box number 4. This is our halfway box. Sorry, this is box number 5. That was our halfway box. This is box number 5. Because I can't count again. Come on, Junior. You're supposed to keep a count for me so that way I don't make a fool of myself. Come on, Blah. Thought you had my back. Ellis Robinson IV. 3 out of 20. How about laser focus of Jaden Daniels? 6 out of 6. Wish it was 5 out of 5, but we'll take 6 out of 6. You got it, buddy. I'm just messing with you. Brady Cook, that's gold. That's got to be a 1 of 1. It is. Brady Cook, 1 of 1. Somebody's got to watch out for me, Blah. I'm all alone. Daquan Felton. Daquan Felton. 10 out of 20. A.J. Duffy. A.J. Duffy, 1 out of 6. And our last card is Hall of Famer Barry Sanders. Last base card is Barry Sanders, and it's a 1 of 1 Barry Sanders press pass. There we go. First auto. Gage Larvadane. Gage Larvadane on the Pro Set Rookies. 11 out of 20. How about Blake Corum, running back for the Rams? Blake Corum, 1 out of 5. Leaf rookie. Oh, we got a gold vinyl 1 of 1. Our first 1 of 1 autograph is going to Stephen McBride. Stephen McBride on the gold vinyl 1 of 1. We got Raylan Sharp. Raylan Sharp, 3 out of 5. Ethan Grunkemeyer. Ethan Grunkemeyer. That is 8 out of 20. 8 out of 20. Hall of Famer, offensive lineman for the Cincinnati Bengals, Anthony Munoz. Anthony Munoz. That's green to 7. 6 out of 7. Jaden O'Neal. Jaden O'Neal. 16 out of 20. Last card is, how about a second Shedeur Sanders auto? Shedeur Sanders, 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8. Shedeur Sanders spot is eating. I don't remember what the other one was numbered to. Box number 6. Yes, I did pull a Blake Corum. You were too busy watching the game. There you go, Junior. Yeah, well, we know about your cheapness, blah. I'm just kidding, buddy. There's DeColdest Crawford again. DeColdest Crawford on the base. This one is 6 out of 8. He is DeColdest. Brentley Hanshaw. Brentley Hanshaw. 14 out of 20. Nick Harbor. Nick Harbor. 5 out of 7. Cyrus and Allen. Cyrus Allen. 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6 on the Cyrus Allen. Joseph Griffin Jr. Joseph Griffin Jr. 4 out of 6. Is that Carson Beck? It is not. It is Cameron Edge. Cameron Edge. 9 out of 20. First auto. Grayson McCall. Grayson McCall. 3 out of 6. Braden Shagger. Braden Shagger. Shagger, I hardly know her. 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7. Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas. 10 out of 20. 10 out of 20 on the Jaden Thomas. Ryan Puglisi. Ryan Puglisi. 2 out of 8. I think he's at Georgia. That is Mabry Meteor. Mabry Meteor. 7 of 7. Jaden Craig on the black gold. Jaden Craig, black gold. That is a 1 of 1 black gold Jaden Craig. Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden. 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8, Matthew Golden. And our last card of this box is Fred Williamson. Fred the Hammer Williamson. Nice hit for the hammer spot. 2 out of 3, Fred Williamson. 2 out of 3, the hammer. Box number 7. Just so while everybody's listening, if you do not hit anything in the break, and that is considered a skunk, we will send you something in the mail. We have to send you a package. We will send you a skunk package. We have things to send out to people. Please do not ask for a refund of your shipping. We cannot do that. We have to send you something in the mail. Robert Lewis. Robert Lewis. 8 out of 20. How about Mike Rozier? Mike Rozier had a good career in the NFL. 1 out of 20. 1 out of 20. Trey Harris III. Trey Harris III on the red. 5 out of 5 on the Trey Harris III. There's Chuck Foreman again. Chuck Foreman, 3 out of 10. Noah Fafetta again. 13 out of 20. And there is Max Brosmer. Max Brosmer. 11 out of 20. First auto. Jalen Lloyd. Jalen Lloyd. $19 out of 20. 19 out of 20 on the Jalen Lloyd. Dyree Hill. Or Dyer Hill. 2 out of 6. I think it's Dyree Hill. Jeremiah Hunter. Jeremiah Hunter. 4 out of 7. Keelan Marion. Keelan Marion. 7 out of 20. Darion Coleman. Darion Coleman. 5 out of 20. Kendrick Law. Kendrick Law. 3 out of 5. Juju Lewis. Prime times. Deion Sanders, new quarterback in Colorado. 9 out of 20. Let's see what he can do with Mr. Juju Lewis this year. Last card box. Oh, there's Terry Bradshaw. Hall of Famer for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is a 1/1 TB. The original TB12. Terry Bradshaw. There's a nice hit from my buddy. That is for Matt. I know who's got that one. I know who's got that one. That's my buddy Matt. Box number 8. Last box. Good luck. We'll do a recap after this box. Again, I want to thank you all for being part of the break. We will do a randomizer for the Cam Ward and Jackson Dart card. If there is another random in this one, then we will do a random for that also. But right now, we just have one random. Man, they did a shitty job taping these down this year. Here we go. Will Howard is our first base card. This one's 3 out of 8. Jalon Daniels from Kansas. Jalon Daniels. It's 2 out of 3. Ryan Puglisi. 15 out of 20. There's a nice one. Jace McClellan, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jace McClellan, 16 out of 20. Stephen McBride. Stephen McBride, 1 out of 5. And your last base card, guys, and like I said, I will top load all the base cards because they are numbered after the break. Lewis Bond, 19 out of 20. All right, our first auto of the last box is Caden Dixon Wyatt. Caden Dixon Wyatt, 6 out of 20. Next after that is Colin Hurley. Colin Hurley. Colin Hurley is 3 out of 20. 3 out of 20 on the Colin Hurley. JD6. There you go. The other one's JD5. That one's JD6. I got you. How about Caleb Jackson? Caleb Jackson. 20 out of 20. 20 out of 20. Thank you, Coach, for that one. How about Cody Schrader? Cody Schrader. 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8. What do we got? 3 left? 4 left? Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3. We got 4 left. Caden Prather. Caden Prather. He is 14 out of 20. 14 out of 20. Next up, Jalen McMillan. Jalen McMillan. 1 out of 5. Two to go. That's Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord. 7 out of 10. And our last card of the break before the randomizer. If I saw it correctly, it's going to be making somebody very, very happy. Okay, it's not bad. It is a veteran. It's not who I thought I saw, but hey, we'll take this. How about Tim Brown? Tim Brown, Hall of Famer for the Raiders. Who else did he play for? 19 out of 20. Timmy Brown. Thought it was Barry Sanders at first. When I first saw it, I thought it was Barry Sanders. But we'll take Tim Brown. Nice hit. All right, guys, give me a minute here to set up the randomizer. The randomizer is for this card. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart. Cam Ward and Jackson Dart. Not bad. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart spot. There it is. Okay. Let me go back to OBS here. Let's switch it over. YouTube, you got to come with me in a second here. Or eBay, you're coming with me in a second here. Let's see. All right. All right, here we go. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, dice 5 times. We got to roll 5 or higher. There's a 9. We're going 9 times. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart. Good luck. 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. There we go. This is going to the Cam Ward spot. Cam Ward, 9 times on the dice right there. Cam Ward, winner of that card. Going back to YouTube. There we go. eBay, we should be back on. There we go. All right, we're going to do our recap now. Here we go. All right, guys. These are all to 20. All of these are to 20. All right, we got Tim Brown, Caden Prather, Caleb Jackson. We got Colin Hurley, Caden Dixon Wyatt, Juju Lewis, Deron Coleman, Keelan Marion. That is Jalen Lloyd, Jaden Thomas, Jaden O'Neal, Ethan Gruckenmeyer, Gage Lavardian, Avery Johnson, Dylan Gabriel, Caden Robinson, Hakeem Williams, DJ Ulagale, and Justice Ellison. I can't say his name, and I'm not even going to try again after that one. All right, this one is to 15. It is a Fields of Fury. That is Ty Felton. Ty Felton on the Fields of Fury. To 10, Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord, Dwight Phillips Jr., and there's the Shedeur Sanders Pixel Bowl 89. These are to 8. To 8, Cody Schrader, Matthew Golden, Ryan Puglisi, Malachi Ziegler, Jameson Wang, Ricky Collins, Shedeur Sanders, and Michael Vick. To 7, Jeremiah Hunter, Mabry Mature, Braden Shagger, Anthony Munoz, Michael Hawkins, Chuck Foreman, Kyle Monagai, Daniel Melky, and Nate Frazier. To 6, Dyree Hill, Grayson McCall, AJ Duffy, Andre Green, Brady Cook. There's Elijah Haven, Rodney Hill, and Cameron Edge. To 5, Jalen McMillan, Kendrick Law, Raylan Sharp, Blake Corum, DeColdis Crawford, and Dion Burks. To 3, Fred Williamson on the inscription, The Hammer, Noah Fafetta, and Caleb Burton. To 2, we had Ellis Robinson, Chris Henry, and Trey Harris III. Our 1-of-1s, Brady Cook, base, Jerome Miles, base, Jabriri Mack, base, Barry Sanders, base, Jaden Craig, 1-of-1 auto, Stephen McBride, 1-of-1 auto, and Terry Bradshaw, 1-of-1 Hall of Famer auto. And our double up Cameron Ward, Jackson Dart. This one is 3 out of 5 went to Cam Ward. There's your break, my friends. Hope you had a good time. Hope to see you guys next time. Have a great night.